Hey everyone, and welcome to the On The Go Show, a variety show where two friends talk pop culture and current events.
If you'd like to join the conversation, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at On The Go with Jacob and James.
Without further ado, let's start the show. All right, James, it's another week and we're back again.
Yep, back again. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Well, what's been going on with you? How's your week been?
Same old work week.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, right before the holidays.
Yeah.
So
hey, that's always good. Get some extra money for the Christmas times. The Christmas countdown is going on.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
After that, you got New Year's, then we'll be into the new year.
Yeah, I know. It's happening really quily.
Oh, I couldn't be more happy.
Yeah.
That's great.
2025, here I come.
Yep, ready to get this year over with.
Oh, man. How's I don't know. Are you doing any Christmas shopping? You have a large Christmas list this year? Anything going on?
Nah, I'm not doing no Christmas shopping for anybody.
No,
I'm just more money for me to take care of stuff that I need to take care of, and that's it.
I get that. I mean, I think we had a conversation about it last year, but I always kind of feel like Christmas is, the older you get, the more of an obligation it feels like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I don't shop for anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, people ask you, like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Or they tell you what they want and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't feel like spending money, and I don't feel like getting presents. Like, I don't know. I have everything I need. I'm not really in want of anything. Or if I am in want of something, it's something I need to purchase myself, or something I need to invest in myself, right? Like,
yeah, that's true.
Obviously, there's a bunch of like extra audio equipment I could use, but I'm not gonna, like, audio equipment's expensive. I'm not gonna ask for a $500 something or other. You know what I mean?
So, no, that's true. I totally understand that. No, I don't really need anything, and I'm pretty sure ain't nobody thinking of me to buy anything for me. So I'm just figuring like, hey, I'm not buying nothing for nobody else. I'm keeping my money for myself, and I'm taking care of what I got to take care of.
Right.
So,
or maybe like donate to a charity or something. Do something. Do something
like
actually
that.
Giving. It's funny. I had a conversation with somebody about Goodwill the other day, because I made the comment that like I had a bunch of extra comics lying around, and I meant to like sell them or give them away to somebody else, but I never did before I moved. Right?
yeah.
You've seen the comics.
Yeah, I've seen them.
So finally, I just took the box of comics that I had, the ones that I didn't want anymore anyway. I ended up just taking them to Goodwill and just giving them to Goodwill, because Goodwill takes comics. And I was talking to somebody about it, and he was like, "Oh, you could have given me the comics. I could have sold them." I was like, "No, I didn't want to hang on to them for another like however many weeks or months until I see you again. Like, I'm gonna go give them away. I'm gonna feel good about myself." And then he was like, "Oh, Goodwill's bad. They overcharge for stuff and blah blah blah." I was like, I don't shop at Goodwill, so I'm not.
Yeah, it's like they can do whatever they want to do. I just want to get it out of my house.
Right. I just want it gone. Donate it. Feel good about myself. Move about my day.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want to do with it. What they do afterwards is their business. I just want to get it out of my house.
Yeah. It's not going in the trash. Somebody else is going to use it. Some other kid's going to find these comics and hopefully, get into reading graphic novels or whatever, or eventually become a podcaster with his friend and talk about movies and stuff. Like, the cycle continues.
Hey, you never know. So it's just like, yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah, man. Christmas is about giving, not getting. But anyway, I mean, our Christmas plans are, every year it's just like, Christmas.
Yeah.
I'd rather, I don't know. The spending time with people is more fun than getting presents and whatnot.
True. That is true.
Just kind of hanging out and enjoying the holidays. I mean, my life has kind of been one big holiday for a little while now, so.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But anyway, I'm going to move on here, James. I do want to point this out at the top of the show before we get into the rest of it. King David, our very good friend King David back in Houston, is nominated for 3 categories in this Support Local Music Awards show coming up on December 28th.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it's the 8th annual award show. Again, it's on December 28th. They're going to hold it at Scout Bar. And,
cool.
Yeah, and King David is nominated for Best Local Rapper, Best Local Artist, and Best Live Performance.
Oh, wow, okay.
And
I might have to go to that.
Yeah, you should definitely go to that, and then we can, you can report on it.
I might have to go to that. It's a Scout Bar, right?
Yeah, it's at Scout Bar, and you can go vote for him at www.slm.buzz.
Dang, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So make sure to go vote for him after we record today. Go vote for him. He's in 3 different categories. If anybody else is listening that likes King David's music or found him through us or is just a fan of him in general, go vote for him for the 8th annual Support Local Music Awards show.
He should definitely win that by about landslide.
Hopefully, man. He's put in a lot of work over the last year and a half that, he's been doing live stuff.
Yeah, he should win that by landslide.
Hell yeah. And I think he has a show, or no, he just did a show. By the time this comes out, he would have just done another live show. So he's moving and grooving like us, like we are.
Yeah, well, he's doing a little bit better than us, but yeah, he's definitely deserving of those awards and those accolades.
Yeah,
so,
very
and
true.
even if he doesn't win anything, it's appreciation to get nominated.
Yeah, the fact that he's even on the list to begin with, that's
pretty cool.
That's a huge thing. I just wanted to point that out before we get into the show because that's super important to us. That's super important to David, and I want to support him as much as I can. From where I can.
Hey, that's cool. That's fine, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
Yeah. So other than that, other than getting ready for Christmas and stuff, Khadijah and I have just been like rewatching Supernatural. I don't know if you ever watched Supernatural.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a long time since I watched that, so I kind of scrubbed that thing from my memory, so I don't really know anymore than probably like the first season.
Yeah,
I probably vividly remember that. I really don't remember anything from that.
I agree with you too. It's been a long time since I watched it too, and
yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like it's such a long series because it's like 15 seasons, and really the first like 5 are the best of it.
True, because
it's solid. The storyline is throughout, and then like where it ends off pretty good. I thought it completely ended at season 5, but there was like a cliffhanger that led into season 6. So we were both surprised by that because we always talked about like, oh, Supernatural was always good until season 5. Like season 5 was like a definitive ending for the show, and then they kept going. But it's like, oh no, they actually did plan for it to continue.
Yeah, they've always been planning for it to keep continuing. I don't know why, but they always kept planning for it. So
yeah,
that's not surprising to me. But
I think at this point we're on like season 7 or something, and after the first 5 seasons, it should become like a good background show for us.
Okay.
It's a cool. It's a cool show. Like the lore, there's like so much lore in it with like the monsters and stuff. And at some point, they end up like killing like other gods, like pagan gods or Greek gods, or they come across like bigger entities. And it's always interesting, like how they incorporate it.
Yeah. But it still comes on TNT, so it's doing something for itself.
Oh yeah, it's still making money.
Yeah, it's still coming on TNT in the mornings in the same time slot.
Damn.
It's been coming on that same time slot for years.
Really? Wow. It's like True TV with the Impractical Jokers, where it's just like they just own the channel.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Or like MTV and Ridiculousness.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But there is a funny story about Supernatural that I have, and it's from this T-shirt that Joel had gotten me a long time ago from a Comic-Con.
Okay.
And the T-shirt has like the Impala, but above it says Bella's Bitches across it, right? Forever, or for a while when he gave me the shirt, I was like, who the hell is Bella? Like at this point, I was like peak Supernatural, I think, or I think it might have just like stopped watching it. But either way, I'm freshly into the series. So I was like, who the hell is this Bella person? Why is this a reference? I don't remember anything about a Bella. And I looked her up. She's a character that only appears in like season 3 or 4. One of those. Very early in the series. She's played by the same woman who plays Maggie in Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, what is the significance? And all it is like, she's not even a hunter or anything in the show. In the show, she is kind of like an antagonist. Basically, she steals like cursed objects and other like demonic relics or whatever and sells them to the highest bidder. And the Winchesters, she ends up like stealing from the Winchesters at some point, and like she just kind of gets in the way, and like they keep trying to tell her like, hey, you're gonna get yourself killed by doing this. And then at the end of the season, she does get killed like off screen. She's off screened entirely. Like you don't see her death, but she is like killed off from the show. since we're doing this rewatch, I was like, I'm going to pay attention. I want to know where this Bella's bitches reference comes from. At no point in the damn season when they react or when they interact with her, James, is a phrase Bella's bitches uttered at all whatsoever.
Sounds like a Joel special.
That shirt annoys the hell out of me.
Sounds like a Joel special.
It's a cool shirt because it has the Impala and it always fit me nice and I always liked wearing it, but I hated it because like it just had this stupid ass phrase across it.
Boy, I tell you.
And I'm just like
boy Joel, I tell you, boy, that man will drive you to drinking.
He's a special man.
He'll drive you to drinking with stuff he does sometimes.
I'm telling you.
Good man.
Yeah. Him and the monkey have an anime show now.
Oh yeah, they got an anime show coming out.
Yeah, man, they're moving and grooving with the spinoffs. They got an anime show and everything.
Oof.
The good thing is he has the monkey sign the contracts, and the monkey doesn't read so well, so we get 95% of the profits. So
oh boy, nah, y'all keep them profits. I'm good. I'm good on this end.
Hey man,
y'all keep that.
We gotta get income somewhere.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all keep them profits.
Ho, ho, ho.
On the go.
On Dasher. On Dancer. On Jacob. On James.
We're flying Santa's sleigh.
Merry Christmas.
With Jacob and James.
Previously on Joel and Monkey-San. After gathering the 6th Dragon Spear, Overlord Jacob's evil minion, Bazooka James, kidnapped Mimi, the fans and our hero's favorite waifu. Can they rescue Mimi and her voluptuous curves from Bazooka James? Will they find the 7th Dragon Spear in time to save the anime world? Find out in this exciting episode of Joel and Monkey-San.
Bazooka James, you better give me back my girlfriend. And you better not do anything to her or me and the fans will be very upset.
That's right, Joel. You spit bars of truth. Tell him what's up. If you want your girlfriend so bad, then you come up here and rescue her.
Shut up, please.
We can't just stand here and do nothing, Monkey. We have to rescue Mimi.
Man, we better do something because I'm tripping. I'm about to lose my mind on this fool.
It could be a trap, Monkey. You go first and attack him.
Oh, hell no. This is your drama. This is your stage. You go take him on. I ain't expendable. What's wrong, heroes? Scared to fight me? I guess Mimi will have to be my waifu.
That's it. I've heard enough. Special move attack! Your move wasn't strong enough, hero. I am too powerful.
Joel and Monkey-San. Oh man, but moving on here, James. I have some little movie newses coming your way a little bit. Not nothing big or anything. Obviously it's the holidays, so there's not really a whole lot. There's the Golden Globe nominations, which we'll get to pretty shortly here. But as I was perusing the internet, I had found some stories that were interesting to me.
Okay.
Jeremy Allen White is joining the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Guess who's he's cast as?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be cast as Jabba the Hutt's son.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. I saw it. It was supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be revealed just yet. So I was trying not to talk about it because I'm kind of getting tired of people spoiling stuff now. And this just don't make any sense, So because there's another spoiler that's out there too, and it's about Marvel, and we want to keep stuff secrets as much as possible. And I guess people don't really care anymore. I guess they don't really care.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I found it interesting because it's Jeremy Allen White. Obviously, we're big fans of him from The Bear, and I think he's just a good actor in general. He was
gonna find. We were gonna find out anyway.
Yeah,
we were gonna on that one. We were gonna find out anyway.
Yeah,
but I just that came out within another article too, and I was just like, man. So I guess we just the spoilers. Just, people don't care no more.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean,
people just don't care no more.
Yeah, it's, people don't want to be surprised. They want to know what they're walking into these days.
I mean, some things I don't mind. I don't care like crazy. I don't care about to be spoiled on that. I don't care to be spoiled on. You can spoil me all day on that. I could care less. But
yeah,
if it's a really good movie, or if it's something good like Superman or Fantastic Four or Doomsday, Marvel Doomsday.
Yeah,
kind of want to keep that a secret. And then I just see studios don't really care no more.
Yeah,
or the publications don't care no more.
Yeah, they just announced the casting. We're like, hey, we got this guy. Come see our movie.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're referencing. The recent casting of so-and-so and Doomsday.
We can go and talk about it. Chris Evans is coming back, but they didn't say who he's playing, so I'm assuming it's somebody, Hydra, Captain America or something like that.
Yeah, I think the big hope is Hydra Cap, just because, they're doing Doctor Doom with Robert Downey Jr., do Hydra Cap, do, a Dark Avengers kind of enemy, I guess, but I mean, he could just come back as Captain America, which I don't know. You rounded off that guy's story already. Why bring him back, especially when you just have the Falcon coming into the Captain America role? Because we haven't really seen him as Captain America. His movie is going to be his official Captain America introduction. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier wasn't about him being Captain America. It was about him accepting the shield, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It is kind of one of those things where it's look, let him have his time. Don't shoehorn Chris Evans back into this just to be Captain America, which might make more sense to have him come back as Hydra Cap then, because then you can have them duking it out or whatever. But I don't know. Who knows what Doomsday is going to be by the time it comes out? It could. I mean, look how many rewrites and reshoots both Thunderbolts and Captain America 4 have gone through.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, this. Oof, I've seen some stuff about it. I heard about it. Oof. That's not good. Yeah. But from what I've seen in the trailers look good. So I'm kind of anxious to see it. But yeah, I've heard some stuff about it, and hopefully it turns out good.
Yeah,
hopefully it all works out. I really do.
I just know they put so much money in Captain America 4 at this point where it's almost impossible to make it back.
True.
They have to make Endgame levels of money to make the money back on this.
It also says a lot about Chris Evans too. That Chris Evans can't get any good work outside of Captain America.
Yeah,
and Marvel movies.
That's true. Well, I mean, you look at his track record before, and I mean, we went down this route before, right? The movies before Captain America, the movies after Captain America have been middle of the road at best. He wasn't a high-end actor beforehand.
He was doing a lot of date movies.
Yeah.
A lot of rom-com type movies.
No, in fact, none of the MCU actors were high-end actors, essentially. They were all, regular, I don't know, maybe B-list actors. Because what Mark Ruffalo was 13 going on 30?
13 going
on Zodiac.
30.
I think he was in Zodiac with Robert Downey Jr. But who's talking about Zodiac still? You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, Mark Ruffalo is the only one that's still good. He's the only one that's still getting good work out here. Him, Don Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, that's true.
And of course, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
but even he hasn't really done that good, for the exception of the Oscar award movie. He just kind of backed into that one.
Yeah.
But Chris Hemsworth, all the rest of those guys, they don't really get the greatest material in terms of scripts.
Right.
Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, he's trying to get back on the slide. He's doing a Chris Nolan movie. So a lot of these guys, they haven't got a lot of good work.
No. I mean, you think they're big movie stars because the Marvel movies do so well. But when you look at their filmography, it's oh, no, actually, the Marvel movies are what's making you money. Everything else is... you're trying, but which is hard, that's hard as an actor to be oh, this is my one series that I'm really good in, but it's also the most I don't know, campy and generic audience kind of movies. Because I feel as an actor, you want those artistic films to be your big breaks, right? I mean, you want those Oscar films, you want those Golden Globe films, and I mean, MCU is not making the Oscars or the Golden Globes. They tried with Eternals.
They keep trying, but it's not working. It's not working.
Because comic book movies are just what they are. They're popcorn movies, or go shut your brain off. Even if it's bad, it's still enjoyable to some extent. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just never going to happen. And, you know, sometimes you just got to know where your bread is butter. And Chris Evans obviously knows that his bread is butter in Marvel right now.
That's true. I mean, maybe they cut him the same size check they did Robert Downey Jr. too for Doomsday. Maybe. I know Zach had emailed me and told me he sent me this little picture or whatever of Chris Evans, and he's like, "Oh man, the budget's going to balloon." I mean, the budget's already going to balloon anyway because it's an Avengers film. You got to pay people. You got to pay, you got to pay people that you work with. Not only just the actors, you got to pay the crew. You got to pay the CGI. You got to pay a whole bunch of the people you got to pay to get this type of movie achieved. Yeah. No, I agree. So anyway, so back to the original point. Jeremy Allen White is Jabba the Hutt's son in Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, Barry Lee. I mean, look. Do you really care that Jeremy Allen White is playing Jabba the Hutt's son?
You know what?
Are you really going to watch that?
No, probably not. But I think it's good for Jeremy Allen White. I think it's a good step for him. Apparently, it's like his first like major franchise like appearance, and also he's Jabba the Hutt's son. It's not like he's gonna look like Jeremy Allen White. That'd be really weird. That'd be really weird if it's like just him.
Exactly. So you most likely probably won't really notice it unless you really just Jeremy White's son. I mean Jeremy White. Yeah, I got he's in here.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. But like I said, my Star Wars fandom is went a long time ago. So
I think most people's are. Someone else had made the comment that Star Wars just needs to go away for a little while because like between episode 6 and episode 7, there was like a good 10 years without any Star Wars like media. I mean, outside of like, maybe the cartoon shows or whatever, but like major media, major film kind of thing, it's been like a good 10 years. And now ever since like episode 7, it's like every other year we've had a Star Wars thing. And especially now with like Disney Plus and the series they keep like shooting out, they don't seem to be working. Like they have Skeleton Crew coming out soon.
So it's already out.
Oh, it's already, it's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. I mean, I heard it's good. I mean, for the people that are watching it, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, well, it's like a kids show, right? I think it's more predicated towards the kids.
Yeah, it has a little bit more of that John Hughes style, which I like. So that and the people I've heard talk about it, that kind of geared me up to want to watch it. I still haven't watched it yet, but that's kind of geared me up to watch. I love John Hughes is one of my favorites from back in the day. His movies were just eclectic. It was very teenage,
coming of age
type movies. That's why I watched when he did Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming.
He tried to match that feel.
He tried to match the John Hughes film. So from what I heard, Skeleton Crew kind of copies a lot of that, and it has that John Hughes / Steven Spielberg-esque type feel to it.
That's kind of cool.
Amblin. That's like Amblin.
Yeah. That's kind of neat. That probably is worth the watch then. If it's like a little different feel.
Yeah, and that's why I like. I do like this. So I'm gonna check it out eventually, but I'm gonna wait till all the episodes, get piled up, and then I'll watch it. Then
no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Sometimes going week from week is exhausting.
Yeah,
watch it all on a weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on from the Star Wars and the Chris Evans news, James, I also have this like little small report that off the back of Wicked. We just talked about Wicked last week, and obviously Wicked is still doing it. Probably really good in the theaters. I think there's like a sing-along version coming out pretty soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so now everyone who wants to sing can sing during these films.
Yep.
Because that was a huge controversy. No. I saw a clip of I guess the movie got delayed 45 minutes. And so this girl just decided to start singing Defying Gravity in the theater where they were all waiting for the movie.
Oof.
Yeah. But also, I don't know, the movie got delayed 45 minutes, so you got to do something to entertain. I'm surprised there was that many people in the theater still.
Oh, yeah. People are still packing those theaters to see that movie.
Yeah.
They're still coming out.
Damn.
Maybe not during the week right now, but they'll be back during the holidays when workers out and stuff like that.
Kids are about to be out of school for 2 weeks. Yeah.
So they'll pack it back out again.
That'll be good. That'll be good for theaters. Bad for the employees, but good for theaters.
Yeah, definitely bad for the employees.
Yeah. So my little Wizard of Oz news today, James, was Judy Garland's ruby slippers from the original Wizard of Oz sold for $28 million at an auction.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Well,
That's a lot.
yeah, it
That's
is a lot. And, it's a lot of money to pay for a pair of slippers you're probably never going to wear.
Oh yeah, people you'd be surprised, Jacob, stuff that people to pay for.
Yeah.
People to pay for a pair of draws that a basketball or NFL player has worn.
That's true. Here's something interesting. It says in 2005, the slippers were stolen from the Judy Garland Museum by ex-mobster Terry Martin. Because
all right, that's weird.
Yeah, because the slippers had been insured for $1 million, he had falsely assumed they were made from real rubies.
Oh, see, I totally didn't think that was the story was going there. I thought it was because he was a cross-dresser or something. And he just wanted to put them on.
No, he thought it was real rubies. Martin was indicted by the Minnesota U.S. District Court and charged with theft of a major artwork in October 2023. Damn, he just got charged. The slippers were recovered by the FBI in 2018. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a wild.
That's a wild. See, I like my story better. He just wanted to put them on.
He just wanted to be a cross-dresser?
Just wanted to be a cross-dresser and put them on and see what it was like.
I guess. I mean, hey, when you're a mobster and you already lived the life, right? What's the last great achievement you have? Become a woman.
Become a woman. I'm all for it. No discrimination.
That's wild. I wasn't expecting to read that part of the story. I just like, ruby
Whether
slip.
he's a cross-dresser?
No, that an ex-mobster stole them.
Oh, okay.
It says apparently they were originally put on auction for like $3 million, and then after a couple days, the bid shot up with over 800 potential buyers.
It's like you said, the bitch shot up. I said, "Whoa, you okay over there?"
No, the bid.
Okay. Oh, you said BID.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
I said
All
bid.
Right. All right.
Oh, interesting. Well, good for you, person who paid almost $30 million for a pair of ruby slippers that you're never gonna wear.
Hey, I'm glad you're happy that you did that. You put them on, man.
Or maybe the guy who bought them is gonna be a cross-dresser. I don't know.
That's what I think. I think he's gonna be a cross-dresser.
You've opened up a realm of possibilities.
Yep. I hope I did. Be free.
The last bit of news I have for you, James, is Nosferatu is coming out, Christmas?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Big vampire movie, big classic reboot. One of the rare reboots that are probably actually warranted because the film has been so old, and there's a lot of great actors in it. You got Willem Dafoe, you got Nicholas Hoult, and some others.
Ed Skeleton. Not Ed Skeleton. Bill Skarsgård, who's playing Nosferatu.
Who supposedly went through such a transformation to become Nosferatu that he was terrifying on set. Apparently he hid himself from the actors most of the time until they were on set, shooting the scenes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I guess he learned some sort of ballet or dance. It's like the death dance or something. So it's he incorporated that into how he moved and walked and acted as Nosferatu. So he went through a lot, an extensive amount of research and practice and everything to be this character, which is great. I mean, that's good about Bill Skarsgård, right? He's always going the extra mile to be these characters. And he did the same thing with Pennywise, right? I think
he did.
I think when he was Pennywise, he kind of stayed away from the children quite a bit. Or I think he actually scared the kids on set. That was a story I think I read.
Yeah, it scared me too.
Yeah, I mean, he was really creepy. And he's coming back for the Max Pennywise
TV
series.
show?
Yeah, I'm excited for that show because they're going to expand upon some of the other little side stories with him.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, have you ever read it or have you seen it, the book?
No, I haven't read it before, but I know it's a big book.
It is a giant book. And there's little side stories or side chapters about previous lore in the town. So I think it's interesting that they'll be able to explore that because obviously this thing comes around every 23 or so years. So you have backstory and stuff you can play with. There's a painting. There was a painting in I think the first one of a woman at a well with her baby. And that's actually from a chapter in the book where a lady made a deal with it that she would sacrifice her baby if he would stop killing kids in the town or something. I could have that vaguely wrong, but it is from a little side thing in the book. So It'll be interesting if they get to explore some of these elements. But I think it's set like 25 or 23 or however many years it's supposed to be before the first one.
Who's the director of it? Is it Stephen King?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
Or it might be just different people at different time, different directors.
Yeah, because TV series.
Yeah.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, most likely. If I had to guess, it's probably like that.
I would imagine Stephen King still has a hand in it, though, right? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure he still has a hand doing like producer, executive producer. One of those deals.
Brad Caleb Kane and Jason Fuchs, who was a co-producer on It Chapter 2, are the showrunners on It Welcome to Derry. So they're the showrunners. All right, right away, I'm not finding anything about him being directly involved with it, but I'm sure, yeah, he's got to be like an executive producer of some sort.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like executive producer.
Right.
Something like that.
I mean, I don't know how much he had to do with the remakes either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
probably not a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But still, I mean,
that's good,
I'm excited for that series. But back to Nosferatu. There was a funny story I saw about PETA planning to protest Nosferatu screenings because they used real rats during some scenes in the movie.
Oof.
Yeah, they used real rats, and PETA's planning to release like a big rat at the screenings with the sign. Hold on, I saw it the other day. It's hilarious. Okay, the PETA rat will carry a sign that reads, "Rats have rights. We did not cause the plague." It's so stupid. I don't know. Like it's one of those dumb antics that PETA does because PETA kind of goes the extra mile sometimes when protesting these things.
Oh yeah, they come out like every 10 years over some dumb BS.
Yeah, they also tend to do more harm than good. Like there's been stories about them blowing up puppy mills and stuff like that and inadvertently killing animals inside or something. It's wild.
They always. I try to support them, but sometimes they just it's too extreme with a lot of stuff they do, and it just throws you off.
Yeah, but apparently PETA's really upset about them using live rats on set because obviously the rats are animals and they're confused. They don't realize they're on a movie's set.
Yeah, you're right. They should have been dead.
Yeah, or CGI, right?
Oh yeah. So yeah, they did that too. There's
a quote by one of the guys who worked on the film who said that the rats were well trained. I'm trying to find that for you.
I've never seen a well trained rat, but if they, I don't know, want to see them. I'm not a rat fan.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a mouse fan.
Following one of the first public screenings of the film, Eggers discussed the scene in a conversation with Guillermo del Toro, saying, "If there's rats in the foreground, they're real, and then they thin out and become CG rats in the background. And they were well trained," he added. "I didn't know that rats are incontinent, so the smell is insane."
Ugh.
So I don't know if he's talking about the CG rats being well trained.
Yeah.
It might have been a joke.
Knows?
Yeah, it might have been a joke
knows?
that doesn't really translate that well on paper.
Yeah. Ugh. Miss me with that.
Oh, here we go. The rats, none of them were lost. We found all of them. They were all there. We built these plexiglass barriers so the live rats would be in a controlled area. In the scene on the street, the horses are on the side of the plexiglass barrier and the rats are on the other so that the rats wouldn't run underneath their feet and get squashed so nobody would get hurt. So
I mean, these are professionals. I mean, I'm pretty sure they knew what the hell they were doing. I mean, they took all the precautions. Jesus Christ. It's really, come on, man.
No, I just think it's funny. It's
no,
just
I'm not
funny.
I'm talking about just the story itself. It's like they took all the precautions. It's what they do. Like, these are professionals. It's not like you, now, on the different cases of just having a loaded gun and shooting somebody, that's a little bit different. But in other cases, most times studios are pretty professional. They know what to do when it comes to animals. It's not 1950s and 60s anymore.
That's true. You can kill a person on set and get away with it, but kill a rat, James, and PETA's coming after you.
Exactly.
I just think it's funny that they're going to send a giant rat to screens with this sign.
So silly.
It's a man in a rat suit. Like, I just imagine that. Or they get the rat, like the rat costume from Ratatouille from Disney.
Or the rat from what's that?
Stuart Little. You get Stuart Little.
What's that? The Nutcracker. The big ass rat. From
with like the 7 heads. That's scary. That you know what? That would keep people away from the screening. That would work.
It would.
Get the Nutcracker rat.
I bet it would.
on the go?
Huh? What is it?
We wish you a Merry Christmas
Or caroling?
Scram, kids.
with Jacob and James.
Ah, humbug.
Joel and Monkey-San.
Help me, please!
I work for Overlord Jacob. We will destroy enemy land, and there's nothing you can do to stop us.
He's right, Monkey. He's too strong. I have to level up. It's the only option. I have to go Super Joel mode.
Oh, snap. He's never done that before. Last time he tried to shard himself, and I laughed so hard. Man, this is crazy.
Monkey, you don't have internal dialogue. I can hear everything you're saying, and it's really not productive at all.
Man, that cuts deep.
Here I go. It's time to level up. This could take 5 episodes, Monkey. Be ready.
Don't worry, I brought chips. Oh man, he's gonna shard himself again. I can tell. What is going on? His power levels, they're increasing. He really doing it. That's tight.
Oh, he's getting so jacked!
I did it. I'm in Super Joel form.
Oh, his hair is neon green now. Impossible.
Now it's time to take out the trash and rescue my girlfriend.
Oh, Joel, I'm so impressed! Why are you so hot with that neon green hair?
Will Joel's new form be enough to take down Bazooka James? Or does Bazooka James have more tricks up his sleeve? Will Monkey ever get a side story? Will they rescue Mimi? Or will Overlord Jacob destroy Anime World? Find out the answer to all these exciting questions in our next episode of Joel and Monkey-San.
Silently play the song. You should not sing alone. We had to say goodbye to our friends. Wish the adventure would never end. Joe and Monkey-san, friendship is the only thing we need. 筋肉もうないけ相まったる日なるエレクジョーはの木さん Friendship is the only thing we need 筋肉
Something I thought you would be interested in is they just announced like the Golden Globe nominations.
All right.
'Cause I know you like to pay attention to the award show stuff.
I do.
Like, you know, like the Oscars come around.
To a certain
we usually-
extent.
yeah, we usually kind of touch on it. But so yeah, they announced the Golden Globe nominations, and I have the list here, and I was just gonna kind of like briefly go through some of it. So
All right.
best motion picture drama, you have Dune Part 2 that's on there. A Complete Unknown, which I think is that Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah, that's the Bob Dylan movie with
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet.
That's somehow nominated, even though I don't think it's even come out yet.
Yeah, it comes out Christmas Day.
Yeah, you have The Brutalist, which is by like A24.
Which I do want to see that movie with Adrian Brody.
I've heard it's good. I heard that like the trailer was good for it, or like the first look of the film is like very good. So
Yeah.
best musical or best motion picture for musical or comedy. You got The Substance.
Which I think is just the most weirdest thing in the world to me. That movie was not a comedy.
Right?
It was a dark comedy, but it was not a comedy.
Yeah, that's real weird. Wicked of course is on there. Challengers is on here, which that's also kind of straight. Is it a musical or a comedy? I don't think so. It seemed more of a drama.
It's more of a drama.
Yeah, what extent are they using to like nominate these things? Or it's like, is there a joke and that makes it a comedy? Is there one joke? Was it one like silly situation?
I don't know because first of all, I don't think the film should be nominated anyway. I don't think it was that good.
Yeah,
but you know, it was a fine movie. You know, Zendaya was cool.
Yeah,
she pretty much plays the same role now in every movie she plays.
Wow, that's upsetting.
You know, it was. I don't think it was nominated. It should have been nominated for best musical or comedy. I don't understand that at all.
The Emilia Perez movie from Netflix is on here, which we'll get to that on another episode, but that's the Selena Gomez movie I was mentioning before we recorded.
okay. Gotcha.
Which again, from what I've seen of it, it didn't seem like a musical or a comedy. So I don't know what extent they're using to nominate these films. Best animated picture, you got Inside Out 2, which kicked a lot of ass at the movie theaters, honestly. I know that one made a lot of money. You got Moana 2, of course, which just came out. A Wallace and Gromit movie's on here. And then The Wild Robot, which you've seen The Wild Robot. I think you said it was very good.
Oh, yeah. Wild Robot is definitely worth getting nominated. Obviously, it's not going to win over Inside Out, unfortunately. But I would want it to, which I think a lot of people would want to see Wild Robot win.
Yeah.
Because it has a little bit more of a better message in the film.
Right.
And I think Inside Out 2 does.
Yeah, because The Wild Robot kind of went the Wall-E direction, right? Where it's just like what it means to be alive and whatnot.
Yes. So, I feel like they had a better story. But hey, man, what do I know?
Yeah.
They're gonna, most likely it's going to probably be Inside Out 2.
Yeah, which is upsetting. But, you never know. You could get surprised. It could be Wallace and Gromit.
Could be Wallace and Gromit. I'll take that too. I'll take them too.
So the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award nominated is...
Which I think this is silly. That's the most silliest award you can come up with.
Is it?
That's silly.
Is it just like how much money you made? Like what is the...
I guess they're going off with some box office metrics. Like you can't include everybody in these award shows. So they try to include these blockbuster films and it's just yeah, I don't know. I just could care less about that category. That is a ridiculous category.
I gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean,
that's stupid.
The most notable ones on this category are like Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, and Twisters. I think would be the most notable, and Inside Out too, I suppose, if you're going for box office. But I kind of hope Twisters gives it. Twisters surprised a lot of people, I think, when it came out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, no, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. When you mentioned Golden Globes and Twisters, it's like, all right.
Well, I mean, the Golden Globe and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, sure.
But most likely, I mean, if we're looking at the Golden Globes, most likely it's probably going to be Wicked.
Yeah, most likely.
Especially with the reaction it's gotten, just like the few weeks it's been out. So
true.
Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture for drama. You got Angelina Jolie, Tilda Swinton, Kate Winslet, the usuals. Nicole Kidman, yeah. Best male actor for a drama. You got Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. You got Timothée Chalamet for The Complete Unknown. Daniel Craig, Coleman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, which is interesting.
I would like to see Coleman Domingo win it. Even though I haven't saw Nickel Boys yet, I don't think it comes out to like January.
Yeah, he's nominated for Sing Sing on this one.
Oh, Sing Sing. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sing Sing. That's the movie. I'm talking about.
But I've been hearing a lot about him recently.
Yeah. I really hope he gets that. I heard he's pretty good in it.
Yeah. Best performance female actor in a motion picture, musical or comedy. You got Amy Adams. You got Cynthia Erivo.
She'll probably win that one.
Yeah, I think she's got that one. You got Demi Moore again for The Substance.
I mean, good for her to get nominated.
Right.
That's very good for her. I'm happy because she needed that. She deserved it. The movie was really, really good. It was a surprising film.
Yeah.
Very surprising.
It's just, again, it's weird because it's musical or comedy.
True. This is under the wrong category.
Yeah. Best performance by male actor in a musical comedy. You got Jesse Eisenberg in A Real Pain, which I was interested in that movie. That's the one with him and Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yeah, I wanted to see it. I never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, I don't really know the full premise besides the fact that they're like backpacking through Europe and they're not getting along very well.
Yeah, I think their grandmother died or something like that.
Yeah, there's like a deeper meaning to it, which it touches on the like indie kind of feel for me. True. Where it's like, oh, if I watch this movie, I'm going to feel something about myself.
Yeah. I definitely want to check it out. I'm get a chance to watch it eventually on somebody's streaming service.
Yeah, you got Hugh Grant in The Heretic, which again, I hear Hugh Grant playing villains is a big deal for him.
It is. He was really good in that movie. I didn't think he was going to get nominated for a Golden Globe, but he was good in there.
It's really weird that it's musical or comedy though. Heretic is like a thriller.
It's not even really a thriller. It feels more like a drama more than anything.
Oh, I see.
Because it doesn't really have like a thriller feel to it. It's a very slow burn film. But at the same time, you're zoned into this movie because this guy is taking different religions and explaining them to you and how all of them are hypocrites in some way or form.
Yeah.
And even the people that are not religious are also hypocrites as well.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's a good film. It's a very good film. Very topical film. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Apparently, somebody thinks it's a comedy or a musical.
Yeah, I don't know. how
Whoever's in charge of the Golden Globes.
Could be more wrong.
Right, but for supporting female actress, you got Selena Gomez, you got Ariana Grande, Zoe Saldana.
Ariana Grande should probably win there. I was always Aldana because I haven't watched the show yet, but I heard she's pretty good in there.
Yeah. Let's see. Best performance, supporting male actor. You got Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, which we just talked about. Edward Norton from A Complete Unknown. Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2. Which, you know what, he's got a good shot. I liked him in Gladiator 2. I think he was like probably the best character in that movie.
Well, he's definitely like he had a good time in the film, but I just felt like he was Denzel.
Yeah,
just Denzel being Denzel.
No, you're right, but I don't know. I did like his character and like his motivations and his secret planning and whatnot.
No doubt.
He was great.
That was about the only best part of that film I really liked.
Yeah. Best director, you got Jacques Audiard, you got Sean Baker, Edward Berger, Brady Corbet. None of these people I've heard of for best director.
I've heard the first two.
Yeah. Coralie Fargeet for The Substance, and Payal Kapadia for All We Imagine Is Light.
Okay.
Yeah. Best screenplay, which is essentially the same people for best director, except swap out one of those guys for Jesse Eisenberg in A Real Pain. That's interesting. He wrote that movie. Original score. You know, I mean, I don't think you're going to recognize anybody on this list besides Hans Zimmer.
I probably do, but you don't have to go down the list, but most likely I do.
Yeah. You got some original songs. You got Best Television Series, The Day of the Jackal, The Diplomat, Mr. and Mrs. Smith with your boy Donald Glover.
Jackal probably should win that.
Yeah. Shogun. Shogun's also on here.
Oh, yeah, Shogun. Never mind. Shogun.
For some reason, Squid Game is on here, which I assume that's for season 2, but I
guess probably.
I don't know. After seeing Squid Game 1 and then seeing everybody try to make money off the series, I feel like they missed the point of the series. So I refuse to watch the second season.
I definitely haven't watched the first season, so
yeah,
I definitely can't tell you.
Television series, best television series. You got Abbott Elementary. You got The Bear, which The Bear should come away with something, I assume. Again, James, it's in the musical or comedy section. Like what? What is happening?
Yeah, I finally just gave up on that as far as The Bear being in the comedy musical section for some reason.
I don't get it. The Gentleman's on here, but I feel like The Gentleman kind of fits because that's like a spinoff from the Guy Ritchie movie, and that does have like comedic elements to it. It's I don't know. It's comedic
weird.
In a way. Yeah, it's weird. It's got all kinds of different vibes. With limited series, you got Baby Reindeer, Disclaimer. You got the Eric Menendez movie, the Monsters. You got The Penguin. The Penguin's on here, which that's good. Maybe the Penguin will take away something. You got True Detective, Night Country. Kathy Bates is nominated for some stuff. I'm not going to go down the entire list because this is a huge
you don't gotta go down the entire list.
Essentially, I don't know, the same movies and the same people kind of keep popping up here.
Oh yeah, I mean that's usually how it is. I mean, a lot of these movies hasn't really came out yet, so it's hard for some people to have a judge of what's good and what's not good. Yeah. We'll know a lot more after January, and we'll gauge what movie is good and what movie is not good.
Yeah, Ayoa DeBerry's on here for supporting actress for The Bear, so that's good for her.
Yeah,
hopefully she takes away something. Catherine Hahn is on here for Agatha All Along.
Nice.
Oh no, it's just best performance by a female actor, not supporting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Catherine Hahn? She's the lead in that. Jeremy Allen White's on here for The Bear. That's kind of it for everybody recognizable. Everybody else. Oh, Eben Moss Rock is on here for a supporting role in The Bear. That's good for him. A lot of people from The Bear. The Bear is getting a lot of love.
Oh yeah, it always does. It always does.
Yeah, even though people think it's a comedy for whatever reason, I don't really understand it. But what do I know, James? What do I know about movies?
True.
That's it for the Golden Globes or the Golden Globe nominations. When is the Golden Globes?
Sometime in January. It's always like right after the NFL season, and the playoffs is here. So that way, when the playoffs is in January, they kind of maneuver it around so that way they can show it on NBC or whatever channel it comes on now. So it says sometime in January.
It says right here.
That's all I know.
Award ceremony will air live on CBS and stream on Paramount Plus on Sunday, January 5th, 2025.
Yeah, boom. There you go.
There you go. If you have Paramount Plus or CBS, you can watch the Golden Globes. moving on here, James. I have a fun segment for us to talk about.
All right.
I saw this thing online. Well, this is not an original idea. I saw it from online. I was like, oh, this would be fun for the show. Basically, the idea is you pick a movie, you keep one actor, and then everybody else in the movie is a Muppet. So, obviously, any horror movie would be funny with Muppets. Any action movie would be funny with Muppets. But I put out a post on Instagram to try to like generate other people to talk about it. And my suggestion was you do Free Willy, James.
Mm-hmm.
You do Free Willy with Muppets, but the only person who's an actor is what was his name? Hang on. He's like the supporting character. I don't know if you watched Free Willy recently.
Yeah, I mean I haven't watched it recently, but yeah.
But he's a Native American dude. What's his actor's name? Let me pull it up.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's the old guy.
Yeah. He's the guy who like drove the truck.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I just want to pull up his name so I can. I said Free Willy. Everyone is a Muppet except August Schellenberg's character, which is the guy I'm talking about. The Native American guy who drove the truck. I even said the orca is also a Muppet. That was my suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Zach responded. Zach said the Lighthouse, William Dafoe is a person, and the rest are played by Muppets.
That's funny.
Yeah. Richard had commented that the original Gladiator, Russell Crowe fighting Muppets.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it would be funny. You know, I mean, did you think about it at all? Do you have any ideas?
I'll probably do the Escape Room. No, that was it. That escape movie.
Yeah.
Trip in that game. Okay, I'll probably do that, and I'll probably keep the original actress that was in the second one. You saw the second one, right?
No, I never got to see the second one, but I really liked the first one. The first one was great.
Okay, all right. So I'll exclude that one then. I would do National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
but instead of it's the holidays anyway, and I would use Chevy Chase and everybody else's Muppets.
Everybody else's, the family's Muppets.
Yep, and he got to spend time with the family. He got to spend time with all these different Muppets.
The Muppets. That's fun.
Yep. Be like it's Muppets Christmas anyway. Then so that's what they're good at anyway, doing Christmas movies.
That is true. Like little spoofs and stuff.
Yep.
Oh man, what about like Interstellar with Muppets?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
Interstellar.
Oppenheimer with Muppets, but would definitely take like the seriousness away from it.
What's those Beaker?
Yeah, Beaker.
Yeah, that'd be the ones that come up with it. Come up with the Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
they play Oppenheimer.
Yeah, you have like Kermit the Frog in there as like Robert Downey Jr.'s character or something.
Yep. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah. What else? Because I'm trying to think of like the more interesting movies, because obviously like horror movies with Muppets would be funny because like the blood and the guts would just be like puppet stuff.
You can do Alien.
Yeah, you could do Alien. Who's Ripley? Miss Piggy?
Yeah.
And then who's the aliens? Gonzo are the aliens? Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Gonzo and what's my guy name? Tully from Sesame Street. They all like aliens anyway.
Oh yeah. You can do a Quiet Place. With Elmo.
Yeah. Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus are the parasites.
Big Bird have all the biggest people in that one.
Yeah.
Remember that big Muppet, one with the orange nose, and he was like real scraggy looking.
Yeah.
He was real scary looking.
Oh yeah. That guy.
He was always in different movies. You never knew who he was, but you know he was this big Muppet.
Yeah.
And he was about the same height and same size as a Big Bird and Snuffleupagus.
Better yet, John Wick with Big Bird as John Wick.
But John Wick wearing Big Bird wearing his black suit, wearing a black and
but who's the human in that one?
Halle Berry. Yeah.
Halle Berry's the human with Big Bird. It's more fun trying to figure out who the puppets are versus like who's the only human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Because I was just do the whole movie with Muppets, and I wouldn't even use any humans.
Yeah, right.
I would just use them as just like I would use the humans as the supporting actors. Well, they're already supporting actors anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I would use them as a support. You know how they used to do the Muppets Night and all these different shows back in the variety Muppet shows.
Yeah.
They would always have a special guest celebrity. That's how I would use them.
Here's a question: Would you change the lines to make it obvious that they're talking to puppets, or would you keep all the lines? Like everyone still plays the movie exactly how the movie is, but you just have puppets.
You play exactly how it is. You play it
Right?
exactly how it is. Yeah, because that's what makes it work. Like when you watch those Muppets Tonight, and Muppet Show, those were always. That's why I like those shows, because they would always skew a little bit towards adult,
Right.
and they would always kind of say some stuff that was kind of very kind of adult, but you didn't get it because you were a
Right.
kid. So they need to bring that show back. I just like that show.
Didn't
Well,
they
they tried. They tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
I was gonna say I think they did try.
Yeah, they tried. It didn't work. It didn't work though, because they missed the point of how that show is supposed to be. The structure is supposed to be the show.
Yeah.
They're doing like this SNL type show, and behind the scenes, it's just chaos. Just chaos going on every episode.
That's funny. Like the SNL movie.
And that's what made the show great. Yeah, it's just like the SNL movie, but just every show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the world's just sadly moved on from the Muppets.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it has, but also too, I think it's just people don't know they don't know how to use them. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I guess like for modern audiences,
Oh yeah,
it's kind of difficult.
true.
But then again, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's puppets. Like what? Like how deep thinking can you get into it? Just make it funny.
Yeah, just make it funny. I mean, like I say, those shows worked in the 70s. So those shows worked in the late 90s or early 90s. And the movies were good too. They were good. Just like I say, when they tried to do the revival, it wasn't the same, because they tried to. The jokes were not as funny as they were back then.
Right. They just didn't hit the same.
It didn't hit the same. It didn't hit the same. Like you go back, if you ever got a chance, we'll go back and watch those Muppets Tonight on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Those shows were great. They were just about as funny as the SNL show.
Unfortunately, I guess there's like a time and place for everything, and sometimes the time ends. Back to our little hypothetical here. I do want to point. I want to go the extra route and go into anime. I would say Dragon Ball Z. Everybody's a puppet except for Goku.
I can see that.
Just like completely, like I don't know, like Miss Piggy as Chi Chi, Gonzo as like Frieza.
I can see that. That'll be funny.
Kermit the Frog is Vegeta or something. I don't know. Just like get completely like weird and wacky with it. I don't know. So that's my suggestion. If anybody else has a suggestion and would like to join this conversation, you can email us your thoughts on thegopod2023@gmail.com. Obviously, I would love to hear anybody else's suggestion on like what movie replace it with puppets or Muppets or whatever, because that's fun. It's a fun topic.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I like that. That was cool.
Yeah. Next week we're going to be talking about what our best and worst of for the year.
Yep, best and worst of.
All right. So obviously I haven't watched as much as you have. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have you do your best and worst of the list.
Okay.
I'll comment on things I've seen or like my opinions on stuff. And then I'll pull up the list for the next year, the 2025. And then we'll go over what we're most excited for the next year.
Okay.
I think that's how we'll segment it, right? So the first half will be your best and worst, and then the second half is like what we're excited for, and then we'll do it that way. I think that'll be a fun episode. That'll be our last episode of the year, because for Christmas and New Year's we'll be off. Obviously the holidays, and it falls in the middle of the week, so we're not going to be able to record. We're going to be spending time with our families or whatever we're doing. That's all we have for today. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to join the conversation, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at On The Go with Jacob and James.
You can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. James is on the go.
Jacob's on the go.
We're all on the go.
Mm-hmm.